Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. For the month of October, you may have heard, but if you have not, I'll be telling you now that the company really wants us to focus on video. So video has been talked about as this up and coming thing. The fact is it's no longer up and coming. It is here to stay. It is the future. So our company really wants us as the regional trainers to provide you guys with all the tools, tips, tricks that you're going to need to really focus on making video a part of your ongoing business plan and how to leverage it to grow your business. So to start out for the first week here, we're going to be having a pretty general discussion about video, just to kick it off. So today's class is the 5 W's of video, right? Who, what, when, where, and why. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and kind of take you through the points that I want to cover today. So let me move you guys so I can see. There we go. All right, so can everyone see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Great, thank you. All right, so like I said, 5 W's related to video. Who do I send video content to? What type of content and what tools do I use? When should I be creating videos? Where am I sharing these videos? And why am I using video, right? So that's the topics we're gonna cover for today. So the first question we're going to answer is who can make video content? Okay. And the answer to that is anyone. And I really want you guys to leave here today with the confidence that that is true, right? Any one of us can create video content. You do not need to be a professional. You don't need to be a videographer or an actor. Video really is more about creating connections, right? So what I want you to focus on is connection and not perfection. We can all get bogged down in trying to look perfect, sound perfect, act perfect. Doesn't matter, right? You look how you look and you sound how you sound. So if you would be willing to meet someone in person with the way you look and the way that you sound, then why aren't you willing to make a video? Right? We all think we sound weird or look weird when we're watching ourselves on a video playback because we don't get to experience ourselves that way in our day-to-day life, right? So just remember that when you're interacting with people live in real time in your day-to-day life, that's how they're seeing you anyway, right? So it really isn't that different. And it comes with practice, it comes with a mindset, but let's use me today as an example. Got super busy this morning. My hair isn't done perfectly. Didn't have time to blow dry it. Still wet, threw it up in a bun. I don't have a full face of makeup on. Is that why you guys came here today? Did you come here to judge me on how I look? No, you came here to learn something, right? So keep that in mind. People who are watching your videos are there because they're hoping you're going to give them something of value, whether it's educational or entertainment, it doesn't matter. If they're watching your video, it's not to judge you on how you look or how you sound, it's to hear what you have to say. Okay, so keep that in your mind. And there are entire platforms dedicated to silly videos, being goofy, you know, like look at TikTok. That's basically what it is, right? It's just people having fun and being goofy. So you don't have to worry about that. It's an actual genre. So you can always leverage that if you don't think, you know, that you can do something perfectly. Don't try to do something silly or entertaining to get started. All right. Let's go to the next one. There we go. All right, so the next who question is, who do you send videos to? Same answer, right? Anyone. So think about the people you're already interacting with in your day-to-day life, your friends, your family, your sphere, your clients, other vendors like mortgage lenders, title clerks, etc. Anyone that you would send a text or an email to is an opportunity to send a video instead. okay? And when we're talking about creating content, think about who your audience is going to be first. So pick your audience, and that will help you pick your content. And you can share your videos on all your social media platforms, which will help you develop followers and increase your visibility. So really, anything that you would do on a normal business day, as far as interacting with people, use that as an opportunity to create a video and send it. All right, so now we're going to get into some more details about what I just said, right? So like, who am I sending these videos to? Let's just go through some examples so you guys can start thinking about that. So I like to start out with friends or family for practice. So if you're not a big video person, you haven't done it a lot, who can you use that you trust and that knows you well and isn't going to judge you, just to get some practice in? Chances are, especially during COVID over the past 2 years, you've spent a lot of time on video if you really think about it, right? Like, were you having Zooms with your friends and family, Google Meetups, Facebook live chats, whatever it was, you were on video with them already at some point, right? So use them as kind of your sounding board and to practice. You don't have to worry about being perfect. You can send it to them, see what they think. Start sending out as a, just easy example. If you have a friend or family member or colleague or, whomever that has a birthday, don't send them a text. Don't send them a GIF, right? Make a 10 to 15 second happy birthday video, send them that instead. It's going to make a way bigger impact. It's much more personal. You're going to get, a bigger response from that than just shooting a text or an email. Another person that you can leverage are new leads, right? So how many times when we get a new lead that comes in, the first thing you do is you schedule a phone call with them, sort of like an interview, both for them and for you, right? You're getting to know each other. You're getting to know what their background is and, what they're interested in doing. Are they a buyer, a seller? How experienced are they? So after you get off that phone call, again, record a short, does not have to be a 5-minute long video, right? Record a 30 to 60 second video where you can kind of review what you went over during that phone call. You can introduce yourself in some more detail, right? So let them get to know you a little bit better, and then finish up by thanking them for giving you the opportunity to work with them. You can shoot that to them in an email really easily. And again, bigger impact. Now, not only have they spoken to you over the phone, but they're seeing your face, right? So now they actually are seeing you before you meet them for the first time. Pressure is off. They're going to know who you are, that kind of thing. Buyers, right? Buyers are a great opportunity, especially first-time home buyers. They don't know a lot. It's our job to educate them. We can't always do that one-on-one in person, right? Hopefully you can have a buyer consultation and meet them in the office, but sometimes you can't. I know I have clients from out of state that sometimes the first time I'm meeting them in person is at a showing because they can only come once a week on weekends to look at houses. So in that specific instance, I would leverage video. So if I need to talk to them about, okay, what is the consumer information statement? What does it mean? Why am I asking them to sign it? The finer points of what they're agreeing to on the buyer agency agreement. What does a contract look like? I can use Zoom, share my screen with those documents pulled up and talk them through it, and then shoot them a video. And that gives you multiple opportunities throughout the process of working with them to send them a video. And again, good practice. Sellers, right? You can send them same sort of a thing, an introductory video before going on the actual listing appointment. So we're talking to them on the phone, we're sending emails back and forth, we're creating and sending a CMA to them. At no point during that process have they really gotten to know you. And I think we all can agree that a big part of us getting hired is whether that potential client likes us, right? We all should know kind of what we're doing and what we're there to talk about and have kind of the same facts and figures, but is your personality coming across, right? So send them a quick little video introducing yourself, thanking them for the opportunity, saying, hey, I'll see you on Monday at 3. Just want to let you know what we're going to be going over when I show up so that you can have a list of questions ready for me when I get there. Boom, done. There you go. And your sphere, right? So we want to stay in contact with our sphere as often as possible. We do, touches. You've all heard about a touch. And is that an email, a phone call? Yes, but can it also be a video? Sure can. Something as simple as, hey, Sophie, I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks. Just wanted to check in, see how you're doing. How are your kids liking 6th grade? Whatever it is, shoot them a quick video. And you can use that for pop-bys too. Like if you're going around to your sphere of influence and dropping off, let's see, we're in October, right? So are you dropping off little boxes of candy? Are you dropping off, mums, a plant for them? Doesn't matter. But if you're doing pop-bys, not everyone's going to be there, when you knock on the door to say hi. So if someone isn't there, drop the thing on their front porch, whip out your phone, take a quick little video saying, hey, I'm here on your front porch. Just wanted you to know, I left you a mom. Shoot it to them in a text or an email. Okay, so these are all super simple ways to think about who can you send video to. Make sense?
Corey.
Yes.
It's Rick. How you doing?
I'm well, Rick. How about you?
That's good. I just want to check, if you don't mind me asking, I want to see, is anyone using video now, and do they have an example or two of what they're doing? And I'll just, I'm hopefully people can chime in. I'll give you a quick example of what I do. I do my best to say happy birthday to all the agents that work in the region, in Region 5. So what I do is I used to send text messages to everyone, and I still do that quite often. But when I have time, I will record a quick little video saying happy birthday. I don't sing happy birthday, or I don't try to do something like that, but I just say happy birthday, thinking of you. It's maybe 12 or 13 seconds long, and I send it over. And I will say the response that I get from those 10 to 15 second videos is so much more, they appreciate it so much more than just a basic text. So that's my example. Does anyone else have an example of where you've used video and that you've got a positive response from it, or you made an impact?
Make sure you unmute yourself if you want to speak up.
So Corey, we'll take it one more level of questioning here. Do you think you will do this, and do you think it will have a better impact? Does anyone have an amen to that? Can anyone respond to that question?
Yeah, I would say too, as far as the videos, I love the ideas of the quick little, just shoot a quick video message to somebody. But I've really kind of done more like the longer ones, like I've done the unsolicited CMAs in the past. And then the people that have received them have forwarded them to other people. And then I like the KCM, like the Real Talk, the teleprompter thing that comes out today, like on Fridays. And then I do my Wednesday, Linda's Real Estate Nuggets. That's like a longer recording on Wednesdays. And then I do some reels on Instagram. Those are kind of fun, and they can be interactive, but reels, like they go out to like more than just your friends. So I do a lot of video stuff, but I love the idea of just like, I'm thinking of you, yep. Shooting a quick text.
Yep. So Linda had a lot of great examples, and they're actually all things I was going to mention later on in the class. So
Rick
kind of jumped the gun. No, not you. Like you both kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but this is great, right? This is kind of the introductory class. So I want it to be interactive and to share ideas. And I'm teaching from a perspective of, maybe there's people tuning in today because they haven't done a lot with video. So what I want everyone to realize is that you don't have to be creating this perfect long content videos. I mean, think about what people's attention spans are. Not very long,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's a lot of data and analytics out there, if you start researching it, that show you basically have 8 to 10 seconds at the beginning of your video to get someone to click on it to watch it, right? Or they're going to move on. They're on to the next, right? So think more in terms of, especially to start out, if you're new to it, what is simple and short? So you've all heard that expression, KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. I live my entire life by that. And it applies to everything, and it applies to this, right? Just keep it simple, keep it short. Getting started is the hardest part, so just do it, right? Just fake it till you make it, just show up, like that's what's important, and consistency. So if you can master doing a 15 to 30-second video, you know, use that as the catalyst and now start thinking, how many different things can I make a video about in 30 seconds, right? So just start there and perfect that. Linda, your hand's up, my dear. What did you want to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I think it was from this book I'm reading right now called, it's on Audible, Simply Said by Jay Sullivan. It's, I think this is where it came from. It says, if you're like afraid about of doing video, just pretend that whoever like you're looking into the camera at, just pretend it's a friend, you know, because it's just a piece of glass, you know, so just pretend it's a friend you're talking with. And then the people that are on the receiving end will feel like they're your friend, because that's how you treat your friend.
Right. And you can,
Yeah.
honestly, you can take that a step further. And this is something I have personally done. If looking at a camera makes you really nervous, and I'm one of those people, believe it or not, right? So part of my whole education throughout high school and college was public speaking. I can get in front of a crowd of 1,000 people live and not be nervous at all. You stick a camera in front of me and I'm sweating from places I didn't know I had, you know, I'm stumbling through my words. It really freaks me out and I cannot tell you why. So when I was first getting started and, you know, having to do this, I would have a friend hold the phone or the camera for me, ignore the fact that the camera was there and just talk to my friend. So that's even a step further than imagining it. Like if you're not there yet, which I wasn't when I started, use your friends, have them there, literally talk to them and just have them record it. So good point. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's keep going. All right, so next up, we're going to get into the what's, right? So the first what is, what tools do I need? And honestly, all you need to get started is that, right? Your smartphone. That's all you need to get started. Basically, every smartphone I've ever seen comes equipped with a video recorder and basic editing software built into that video recorder. And then from your phone, you can easily share those videos throughout any of the social media apps you have, right? So chances are you have something like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, right on your phone. So you can create, edit, and share the video right from there. So don't use that as an excuse. Oh, I don't have the right equipment. I don't have the fancy lighting, or that doesn't matter. You know, you've got an arm in your phone, you can start creating videos. Once you're more comfortable and you start doing video more and more, or you start doing more involved or advanced types of videos, there are some additional tools you might find helpful. So, you know, let's just talk about a few of the basic ones. So a ring light is something that a lot of people use. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a light in the shape of a ring that casts even lighting, you know, makes people feel like they look better. You can get them for like 40 bucks on Amazon. So we're not talking huge investment here. Another one is a gimbal. So if you don't know what a gimbal is, it's basically a thing that holds your phone kind of on a stick that moves as you move. So if you're walking around shooting video and you don't want your video to be bouncy or, you know, make people seasick when they're watching it, you can use a device called a gimbal. And again, on Amazon, 20 to 40 bucks. We're not breaking the bank here. Microphone. Some people want to use a professional microphone. They like the video quality better, the audio quality better. Maybe you're starting to do videos where you're interviewing someone, right? You might want to have a microphone for that. So just something you might eventually wind up using. Video editing software. Again, there's tons of free options out there. Most of us can do it on our phone or our laptops with built-in software. But if you're getting to the point, you know, where you're shooting and editing tons of video, you might want something a little bit more robust with some more editing options so you can start exploring those. And then the other thing that eventually you're going to need are video creation and sharing platforms. right? So we've talked about, you can use it on social media, send it in an email, send it in a text. Some of these that I'm going to talk about are paid, some are free, but there are platforms entirely built around helping you create and then share your videos. So most of you have probably heard of things like BombBomb, that is a paid service. Videocast is one I'm going to be actually teaching a class on later this month. That is free to all of us, thanks to our company, and that can be located in the Berkshire Hathaway Media Resource Center. You'll see it right across the top. So that's a great free tool that you can use to help you record, edit, and share videos. Zoom, we've all heard of Zoom, right? That's one you can use. It's also free if you're just recording videos to send out to people and you're not hosting a webinar with like 100+ people. Zoom is completely free. Pretty sure the limit on recording on free Zoom is like 20 minutes, but that's plenty of time, right? To record most of the types of videos we're talking about. There's Google Meet, Facebook Live, the list goes on and on. So a lot of these are free and you can start using them once you're comfortable with them. All right, so next, what type of videos should I be making? In order to start thinking about this, I use a few prompt words. Okay, so my prompt words to get into the right headspace for thinking about content are advise, ask, demonstrate, series, share, and show, right? So what does that mean? Advise, okay? We are the experts in our field. We can offer advice on real estate related things, right? So you can do a video advising people about the market or how to find the best lender or anything related to real estate. You can ask a question or ask for help. You want to get people involved. You want responses, right? You want people to comment, like, share your videos. Ask them something. You've heard of that, like a call to action too, right? That's another way of putting it, but ask them to get involved. Ask for their advice. Ask what their favorite local restaurant is. Doesn't matter, right? Just ask something. Demonstrate. So I kind of touched on this when I was talking about, new buyers, and they have all this new information coming at them. And a lot of times they feel like they're just being talked at. So rather than trying to explain over the phone how to fill out a certain form, how does DocuSign work, what is DTR, demonstrate it, right? Another good one, home valuation system. That's one that's easy to share out, but they don't necessarily understand the full value of it, right? How does it work? And it goes well beyond just getting those 3 home valuations, right? There's a lot more in there if you start digging in. So record yourself doing a demonstration of what the home valuation system is and why people should sign up for it. Series. Series are the best thing. If you can think of a topic that is involved, right? Rather than doing one big long video about it, break it down into bite-sized chunks and make it a series, right? Part 1 of 1, or part 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4. You get the idea, right? Another way to think about series, I think, Linda already brought up, she had, Linda, what did you say? Linda's Nuggets, right? And you do it every Thursday, right?
Wednesdays, yeah.
Right. So that's a series, right? Pick a day of the week where you're doing the same thing every day of the week. That's a series. Share. So sharing is talking about yourself. Who are you? Like, what do you love? What are your passions? What are your hobbies? What do you want to share with people? How are you making those connections? So sharing is another one. And then showing. Showing is, similar to like demonstrate, but it can be showing them anything, right? You're showing them a new listing that just came on the market. You're showing them your favorite place to meet clients for brunch. Whatever it might be, you're showing them like a piece of your life, essentially. That's how I like to think about show, right? You're giving them like a window into your day-to-day life. So what are some specifics under these categories, right? So market update videos, listing walkthroughs, a virtual open house. I think this is great. This kind of came about during COVID and now it's going away a little bit, but I feel like it should still be utilized. How many, I don't know about you, but a ton of times I've had clients that couldn't make it to the open house, right? And now you're trying to talk to that listing agent about scheduling an appointment, even though they already had the open house, and you feel bad and they're annoyed. Go to the open house yourself, do a video walkthrough to share with your client, right? Or your own open house. Have the open house after everybody leaves, you're already there, the house is already prepped and looking good. Record a quick walkthrough and then post it afterwards for the people who couldn't make it to the open house. Share that out. So I think we're not using those, and we still should be, right? So start thinking about those in any way. Linda already mentioned unsolicited CMAs, right? Don't just send a CMA in an email. Record a short video explaining like what the CMA is, why you're sending it to them, and have that embedded in the email along with the link to the CMA. The home valuation system, already touched on that. Interviews are great. Get your community involved, right? Who's your favorite lender that you work with all the time? Who's your title closer that you work with all the time? Do you have a great handyman that you can interview about like homeowner maintenance tips, you know, that kind of thing? Involve the people around you. One, it makes it easier on you because you're not carrying the full load during the video. And two, now you're creating a community that can share and cross-post your videos, and you're providing the same service to them, right? So you're building your recognition and how far your reach goes. Highlight local businesses. Who wouldn't love that, right? Again, I think I mentioned my favorite brunch spot or whatever it is. Is there a great new pet store that just opened up? Is there a brewery you love to go to? If you are trying to be your local realtor, right? You're the one that you want people to come to for advice on your specific area and locale, then show that by being involved in the local community. Highlight other businesses. Chances are, if they have any sort of online or social media presence, if you do a quick little video talking about how great they are, they're going to share that too, right? So again, now we're expanding our reach very simply. Share your hobbies and passions. You don't have to just do videos based on real estate information. There's tons of that out there. People get bored with that. What makes you unique? Think about that, right? What are you passionate about outside of real estate? What hobbies do you have? Are you obsessed with your dog? Guess what? Lots of other people are. Do a video with your dog, you know? Think outside the box about what makes you you and share videos on that. And we already talked about creating series, right? So are you doing one every Monday that's an update on the market? Are you doing Tuesday tips? So every Tuesday you're sharing some sort of tip. Are you doing a series of how-to videos around a particular topic that is going to require more than one video, you know, to cover? Do a fun Friday where you just do something silly or goofy. All ideas. Linda, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody about this really fun thing that I did that they might want to do. What really started getting me on video and comfortable with it was I saw a Tom Ferry webinar where he had this woman who wrote this book called like Dare or something like that. And she dared herself to do something scary for 100 days in a row. And so I did that. I said, I'm going to dare myself to be on video on Instagram by, it was like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning every day for 100 days. And some days I looked atrocious because I just woke up. And other days I was so pumped up to be up that early in the morning. But so it was 100 days. And I'm sure people were like, you're not going to be able to do this, you know, but it was fun. So that's what started me feeling comfortable with it.
That's a great tip.
It was fun.
It's fantastic, right? Challenge yourself, dare yourself, commit to it. And it can be something as simple as what you just said, right?
And Corey, one thing I want to mention also, it's kind of fun. Like I see my kids doing this every day. They're a thing called the Be Real. And every day you get a thing, I guess a message sent to you that at that point in time, you have to take a picture of what you're doing. And like, you've got to be real with it. Like you can't pose it. You can't set it up. You can't modify it. So the Be Real is fun and people love it. because it's just you right there in the moment doing something, and it's not all staged and primped and prepped and the whole 9 yards. So doing these videos off the cuff gets a lot of good traction, and it's received in a positive way.
Absolutely. It makes you more relatable. You're a
Yep,
real
totally.
person, you know, like it doesn't always have to be staged or perfect. Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to get into whens, right? So first topic is, when do I make videos? So just some tips. I think we've probably talked about this in our conversation thus far, but let's just make sure we review. Creating and then sharing out videos should be part of your marketing plan, right? So we all have business plans. We should all have a marketing plan too on how we're going to grow that business. So build this into your marketing plan, just like you would farming, sending out just listed, just sold postcards, pop-bys, anything else that helps you market your business. Build this into that plan. Schedule time for video creation, just like you would any other appointment. Put it in your phone, on your calendar, however you organize your life, right? If you're scheduling an appointment on your phone for a doctor's appointment, a listing appointment, whatever the case might be, schedule yourself time as an appointment to create video. It can be once per week. It can be once per month. It can be every day. Does not matter, but just get it on the calendar so that you know that's when you're going to be doing it, and commit to it. You can also batch create content, right? So if you are super busy on a given month and you only have, let's say, 1 or 2 days that month that you have time to actually sit down and record videos, record a bunch, right? Do a bunch all at once. You can save them on your phone. You can upload them someplace like YouTube and keep them private until you're ready to publish them. And then you can schedule out. And now you have a bunch of videos you've already done that you can share during the weeks and the months where maybe you're too busy to create new content. Take advantage of special occasions, right? Holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. We've already talked about this, but that's a prime opportunity. And again, takes you 30 seconds to 60 seconds to do and send. So take advantage of those. Be consistent. Video content works best when the audience you're building knows when another one's coming, right? So that's when series come into play, or doing things on a specific day every week. So use that to your advantage. And then also you can better educate yourself about when it's best to post these videos when we're talking about things like social media, right? So email or text a video anytime. But when we're talking about sharing videos, places like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what have you, all those things have built-in analytics that can help you decipher what days or what time of day you're getting the most interaction on your videos. So start tracking that, and you'll learn, okay, you know, Wednesday evenings seem to be when people are the most bored and they're scrolling on their phone watching video. So use those analytics to help you. Okay, and where, right? So where am I sharing my videos? We just kind of talked about social media, but the opportunities are endless. We all know this, right? So what I want you to take away from today is to focus on using whatever tools you're most comfortable with when it comes to creating video, and whatever platforms you're already comfortable with when it comes to sharing or posting. So concentrate on those first before you worry about branching out and trying to conquer everything across the board, right? If you're trying to do too many things at once, you're not going to master any of them. So pick your battles. You can always cross-post videos. So if you're more comfortable creating a video with Facebook Live because that's what you have been using and that's your experience, great, do that. And then you can cross-post it other places. Okay, so what are some of the many places that we can post or share videos? YouTube. I'm going to be doing classes on YouTube coming up later this month because all of us as agents have a free YouTube account through our Fox and Roach Gmail. So the basic YouTube is free. It's easy to use. You can post content there, share it right from there, post content there. super great tool. Facebook, right? We're all on Facebook probably. So a lot of us are most familiar with posting on Facebook and who our friends are. We already know who our audience is on there because we've been on there for many, many years. So if that's where you're comfortable, start out there. TikTok, again, who's your audience? Are you trying to reach a younger generation? Not that everybody that's on TikTok is young, but again, if that's something you've been using and you've already been kind of creating personal videos, leverage that. LinkedIn, you can post videos on LinkedIn, and lots of industry professionals are on there. Instagram, Google Business allows you to post videos. I believe they do have like a time limit on how long the video can be to post there, but think about doing something like a video biography, right? Rather than just having a paragraph talking about yourself on your website or your Google Business page, do a video bio where you're actually talking about yourself, post that out. Email, you can send videos via email. You can embed it right in the email, or the company gives us this wonderful tool called ActivePipe, where you can create a much more professional looking email that has a frame, it has all your contact info. And as long as your video is hosted on YouTube, you can share and embed a video right in an ActivePipe email, especially if you're trying to send it out to a lot of people at once. If you're doing a one-to-one video or you're just sending it to a specific client or a friend, text or email is easy. But let's say you're doing a more general video that you want to be able to share with a lot of people, ActivePipe is the tool you're going to use for that. You can also, if you're already doing a blog and that's something that you've been doing, try switching from just writing content to including video content on your blog and on your website. You can add videos to interior pages of your website. So already mentioned, video bio, have that on your website. So those are just some of the places. Focus on the ones that you already know and are comfortable with to get started. All right, so our final subject is why. Why should I be using video? You probably already have an inkling based upon our conversation and what we've been talking about, but here are a few key points on why the company is pushing this for all of us, right? So one, video is becoming the norm. I already mentioned this at the top, right? It's not a trend anymore. It is what everyone is doing. So if you want to kind of like stay in touch with what's going on and the way our industry and the world in general is going, video is it. It's the second best thing to meeting someone face to face. We do our best work when we're in front of someone and we're speaking to them directly and we can see each other. But you can't always do that. So sending a video is better than just sending an email or a text in those situations. When we're talking about social media, especially, video content or posts is weighted more on almost every platform I can think of. So on Facebook, just as an example, if you are posting a video that you yourself have created, that is going to automatically, according to Facebook's algorithms, show up on more people's feeds than a regular written post would. Those types of things also feed into search engines. So if someone's Googling you, if you have more video content out there on platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Google Business, you're going to show up higher in search results. Okay, so something to keep in mind. Another reason we should use video is that your tone of voice, right, your intentions behind what you're saying and your personality are really hard to get across in the written medium, right? So in a text or an email. How many times have we been emailing back and forth with a client or another agent and it kind of goes off the rails because what we're writing can be interpreted different ways. And if they're not seeing your facial expressions or hearing your tone of voice, they can interpret it in a way that you absolutely did not intend it. And it's really hard to avoid that 100% of the time. Okay. So when you are doing something via video, they can see your facial expressions. They can hear your tone of voice, your body language, all of that that plays into effective communication. And your personality is going to come across. And again, personalities a lot of times are what we need to make that connection and are going to make someone want to work with us versus, any of the other millions of realtors out there. And business, right? Our business relies upon making connections. That's why we talk about things like developing a sphere of influence. It's those connections that help drive our business and keep it going. So video is a great way to make a connection with someone. Again, they're seeing you, they're hearing the real you, they're getting all those inflections that we just talked about, and it helps build trust, right? You don't necessarily trust a paint company because you got a flyer in the mail. But when you talk to them on the phone, that contractor comes out to your house and you have a real live conversation with them, you're building trust, right? You're going to be more apt to use that contractor that showed up in person than you would someone just based off of a mailer that you got in your mailbox. Right? So you're building trust by putting yourself in front of people and letting them see the real you. You also want to be the face of your brand, right? You want to build recognition. You want everyone to know who you are. Are pictures great for that? Great. Sure. Is a billboard good? Sure. Do you want your face on a shopping cart at ShopRite? Sure. But how much better is it if people are not only able to see your face, but again, see who you are live in real time in a video? So build brand recognition, build facial recognition. So people see you walking around, go, oh, I love her, how-to videos or whatever the case might be. I know who that is. They already feel like they know you. You've already made that connection. They're going to feel comfortable approaching you or picking up the phone and calling you. And this is like my final note. Someone said this to me earlier today, and it kind of just went like ding, like a light bulb went off. So I'm going to share it with all of you. This is not coming from me. This was not my brilliance. It came from somewhere else. But think about this, right? If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then how many is a video worth?
Love it.
Going to leave you with that thought. And now we're going to open up the floor. That was everything I wanted to get to, but we still have some time. And I think we've talked about a lot of things in general terms. So if anybody has questions, wants more specifics, wants to share something they've been doing, needs a pep talk on how to get started, like that's what we're here for. So if you have something you want to say or ask, go right ahead. Floor is yours, guys.
Hi, Corey. It's Wendy.
Hey,
Is
Wendy.
VideoCast similar to BombBomb?
Excuse me for 1 second, Core. Maybe you can just stop the share of the screen, then we can basically be like on a more, we can see each other a little better.
Sure.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, Wend.
My question is VideoCast similar to BombBomb?
Similar, yes. I would say it's not quite as robust as BombBomb is because, BombBomb is a paid service. So there's levels to it and they can do things like auto share and auto post, those types of things. VideoCast, why I love it, is that it's a very simple, easy to use, walks you through the process tool, not only to create, but once you've created the video, it allows you to just email them out. So it's really best for creating those one-on-one videos that you want to share with like a single person or a smaller audience via email. Now you can also post it to social media from VideoCast as well.
So when it goes out as an email, when I open my email, is the video right there in my email? And it's not like click here for the video. Like,
no.
Okay. So in that way, it's like BombBomb.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So lots of similarities.
Okay.
Just simplified
and free. I
right?
like that one.
Great.
Okay.
And one of the things I like about it, and again, I'm doing a class on it at the end of the month, I think, but one of the things I like about it, especially for those of us that are just starting out, is it has a built-in prompter. So you can actually write out your script or whatever it is that you want to say and then you put it up at the top where your camera is going to be anyway, right? So you look like you're looking at the camera. You don't have to look down and read, from your notes. And you can actually have a video prompter, I'm sorry, like text prompter that scrolls, and you can change the speed on how fast it goes. But for those of us that are maybe nervous and are scared, we're not going to be able to get our point across because we're getting scattered and nervous. It's right there in black and white in front of you. So that's a great part of that tool.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Which platform was that?
So that's called VideoCast,
Okay.
CAST. And if you log into your ACE dashboard and you go to your Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Resource Center,
Yeah.
and then you click on the Media Resource Center,
Mm-hmm.
there's a purple button right at the top in the middle that says VideoCast. So you
Okay.
just click on there. You don't have to create an account. It's already done for you. So you just log in immediately.
Cool.
And when you first do it, it'll give you a short little walkthrough of what it is and how to do everything. And like I said, it's really, really simple. Anyone can use it.
And it's free.
And it's
free. And also it's in marketing resource. When you get to the BHH resource, just go to the tile that says marketing resource.
Yep.
And then that video cast tab is on the bottom. It's in there.
Yep.
I just looked at it, so it's easy to find.
And what I want you to look at this from the perspective of it's a service that is provided to all of us from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. So yes, it is considered free. You're not writing a check for it, but it is part of what they provide to us with all the great value they bring. And it's going to work well. It's been tested out properly. And then once you get a feel for using it, you'll get better at it as time goes by. And then you'll be a part of your regular activities, tying back to what Corey is saying, that video is becoming so popular and turning into the norm to a degree. You want to be able to have easy access to something that'll make you look good and stand out from people who are just relying more on their phone calls and their text messages. And these little videos are going to help you stand out.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to share?
Just one thing I want to share, Corey, and I have to laugh, is we're having the workshop today on video and being okay with getting ourselves out there. And we have so many people with their cameras off.
Yeah.
What is going on? Come on, friends.
Yeah.
Part of it is that we've got to be able to be in front of each other, however we look, whether you have your tennis outfit on or your golf gear. On a day like today, a lot of you are definitely doing other things besides out there listing and selling houses. We understand that, but just start getting comfortable with being in front of that camera, and then start working on your dialogue and your lines. Overall, I'm a fast speaker. I speak too quick. I'm always speaking too fast. So I have to work on slowing that down so that it comes through in the video, that they can understand what I'm saying. Because even though I think they can understand it, if I'm speaking too quickly, they aren't going to pick up on all of it.
Use your prompter, Rick. Slow that down.
Right, exactly.
I have a funny story about how helpful it is to put visual to sound. So one time when I was talking with a painter down in Georgia on the phone, he came to my front door and he just about jumped back, and I said, what's going on? And he said, Miss Linda, based on the sound of your voice, I thought you were a very old, very large woman. And I said, Fabio, based on your name, I was expecting tall, blonde, long hair guy.
Right.
We were laughing.
Oh my
But
gosh.
It's true. It's, it just helps somebody feel more connection to you immediately when they can see you.
And more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're always worried about meeting a new client for the first time in real life, right? Like we have safety oriented and all that stuff, right? So that's always something we're thinking about it. Flip your viewpoint. How nervous do you think they are, right? They're meeting you for the first time too. So they're probably nervous. But if you've already done a live chat, right, on Zoom or Google Meet or Facebook Live, or you've sent them a short introductory video so they know what you look like, they're going to feel way more comfortable and at ease. That's going to make your job easier. You're going to spend less time convincing them to use you and more time, let's go, right? Let's just go do the business that we need to get done. So yeah, and I have the same sort of experience, Linda, where my name, if you're just seeing it in print, is typically thought of as a man's name. And I've been told by lots of people that on the phone, I sound like a dude. So without people seeing me, it's very easy. And I've had lots of experience where I've showed up to meet somebody for the first time and they're like, oh, you know, they were expecting a guy. So just, you know, another reason to send a little video so everybody knows what to expect when you show up.
Yeah.
All right, looks like something's in the chat. Antoinette, her excuse for not being on video is that she's eating.
Who is
But
that?
she agrees and she gets it.
Who is that?
Right?
Who is
Yeah.
that?
That's Antoinette, but she's owning it. And she says, if I can't even show myself to my peers in training, how will I get comfortable doing it elsewhere? So she's owning it, and I can
Okay.
appreciate that.
All right,
That's the
Antoinette, we
first step.
appreciate you putting something out there. Laugh out loud. Exactly.
Well
All right.
done. Well done.
All right, good. So everyone, Corey, thanks a lot. You're always doing a great job. We appreciate your time, and you're always prepared for these workshops, and you make them fun and interesting. And like everything else that you're teaching everyone here is that we just have to go for it. Just give it a shot and then start using it. And then before you know it, it'll be a part of your regular routine. And there's nothing like the feedback from someone saying, thanks so much for the message, or it worked out. You just know it broke the ice really well. So it's going to be real positive there.
Yep. All right. Does anybody have anything else before we go? Nope. All right. Well, again, you guys took the first step just by showing up. So thank you so much. I hope all of you go shoot at least one video in the next 48 hours, even if it's just for practice, even if you don't share it. Just get started. As always, you can reach out to me if you need more information. You can reach out to your sales leader in your office. You can reach out to your tech specialist in your office. This recording will be posted to my YouTube channel sometime within the next 48 hours. So if you want to go back through and watch it again, it will be available there for all of you. All right, everyone, have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week.